everyone. How are you? Debbie Q here. I'm just making my screen a little bigger. Thanks so much for joining me today with an amped up fruit salad that is sure to help on, I think I stand about it. There we go, on our camera. It is a surefire hack to satisfy sugar craving and some other things. Today, what we're going to use is a fresh mango. We're going to use fresh strawberries. We're going to use some pure local honey and deluxe nuts. The bonus today, I always like to give a flavor burst, is orange essential oil. So I just want to start with a quick story on why I feel compelled to share this with you. As many of you know and have participated in, which I thank you so much, we've been on quite a journey these last few weeks, is I am really big on paying attention to an anti-inflammatory lifestyle. With that comes just trying to learn about different foods that are good for us and ones that don't leave me sitting at the kitchen table totally by myself, help me be on the go and be busy and all those different things that I need to be, but still be healthy, right? I think that in some ways I've always paid attention to my health, but here's two times where I know it didn't help me because I was affected by my environment. When I was a bakery manager with Wegmans, that's my full-time job. This goes years back. One of the things that I used to do is I would think, oh, I'll grab a salad at the store, or I might try and bring something. But as I mulled around the bakery, we would be trying breads and we would be trying cupcakes and things like that. So I was a product of my environment. And it was always so satisfying to eat those things. And I'd shove them in my mouth and I'd get that sugar high, I'd get excited. It would keep me kind of performing during the day as I needed to. I'm going to try and, lose some of that sunlight, which not sunlight, it's just daytime, I think, really. I would try and plan to not participate in those, but I would get consumed by my environment. And I ended up putting on pounds. And it was in a way that I didn't even know it was happening, right? Because I was just trying to do a good job every day and go to work and different things. This was long before I was married. So when I graduated from that position, I was really able to hone in a little bit different on my health, which I loved. I got married, Mark and I, decided to start a family. And something that I'm hoping I get a lot of hands raising on today is that when kids come along, it kind of puts us back into that we're directed by our environment. And a lot of times we are focused so much on trying to help our kids get through the day, having snacks for them. Maybe sometimes they don't want to eat it all when they're younger, right? Who's ever grabbed that tater tot off their kids' meal, right? They're done at the table and you're like, I'll just finish it. I'll eat this macaroni and cheese. I'll take this last bite of this burger. I'll eat that last piece of chicken. I'll take that tater tot. And little by little, you become kind of more than just cleaning up the dishes. You're kind of cleaning up all the leftover food. And that's something that really challenges us moms significantly as our kids are younger and coming up, is that we want to be in both spaces, right? We want to get our bodies back healthy, but we're in this place of this whirlwind, right? We're overwhelmed sometimes. We're enjoying it most of the time, but there's things around us that maybe our kids enjoy and our kids need, or we've just kind of created that and they're not good for us. And the pounds start coming on. There are ways that you can have things in the background waiting for you. Sometimes you have to let that tater tot go in the garbage, maybe even give it to the dog, who knows? But you can't put yourself in the place where you are kind of the cleanup or constantly participating in your kids or your environment's meal planning or lifestyles, because it will take a toll on you. Not just your body, but your emotions, your face, your skin, your bones, your joints, all those different things. So what I do is, in turning to an anti-inflammatory lifestyle, I've embedded myself into a meal plan that totally jives with theirs. I'm not feeling weird. I'm not eating separate, but it's just little accommodations I make for myself to make sure that I can be with them, right? And I can embrace the moments that we have, which truly, that's what life is about, right? Let's take a moment and savoring the moments that we're in. I am not suggesting that we don't want to have these moments with our kids. I'm just saying that into our mouths, we cannot be the last resort, right? We can't take it all in. There's just no way our bodies can do that. And that's something that I hope I'm getting a lot of hands raising, because that's hard. So this one simple thing is a hack I've come up with. and it is something that will fill up your tummy a little. In the place of sugar cravings, that's oftentimes a sign that we're either not hydrated enough or we don't have enough protein. Protein is what fills us up and kicks off different chemicals and things like that, and can make us sustain without satisfying that sugar craving longer. So what a sugar craving does is it gives us that pop of energy, it gives us that pop of filling, it gives us all these pops, and then boom, we crash, right? And we want more, and we end up in this cycle. I go into all of this in my 4-week jumpstart. If you'd like to participate, I'm going to post that in the comments below. But what you have to do is learn how to kind of navigate and segue through those moments and know what is your body really asking for. And then you can go, wow, I'm kind of satisfied and I didn't get caught in that hamster wheel. So what I love to do is to figure out different ways to add proteins into sweet things, kind of that sweet and salty or that sweet and savory. You hear a lot about that in restaurants. So that's what we're going to do real quick. We're going to make a mango and strawberry fruit salad with mixed nuts on top. And then what we're going to do is take our honey, we're going to put a little orange essential oil in it, and we're going to drizzle that over the top. So as a prep, I am going to go over and I'm going to turn on, let me make sure it's in there, my hot water, because what we're going to do is we're going to take this teacup, we're going to put the hot water in here, and I have this little thing that sits on top, and I put my honey in there, and what it does is without melting or cooking the honey, what it does is it softens it, and that way it can pour a little easier and the essential oils can mix in. So I have this handy dandy mango slicer, right? And what you do is you just kind of find the point, where do you think the mango seed is? And I'll get this started on here and then I'll show you what it looks like. Because if you've ever seen a mango seed, it's kind of this long thin thing. So that's what I did, right? And then you just kind of push down. And the mango seed is left in the middle. And then what you have is just the flesh or the part that we eat of the mango. There's the part that we don't eat. And here's the part that we do eat, right? When you're cutting a mango, one of the best things to do is to cut it so it kind of fans out like that. And then what you can do, I don't know if I can hold this up. Let me try and, whoops, technical error, hang on. Yeah. They're probably all laughing at me, but that's what happens, right? I'm back. I'm going to show you my food prep area. There you go. So what you do is you take your mango after it's cut, and you just kind of cut off the chunks from the skin, right? So you're left with the skin, but you have your chunks. Now, I like my mangoes a little on the crunchier side. I don't always like to have them super soft. So you can do that to preference. I was off a little bit, so I got a little seed, but you'll see it just pops right out, right? And so what I'll do is I'll just kind of cut around that, and we'll still use the same technique. My hot water is done. You kind of do hash marks, right, real quick. And then you just kind of, you can use this technique, guys, with any kind of melon, cantaloupe, anything that you're cutting off of the, oh, look at that seed. Look at how far that went in. That was kind of a funky one. Take a little bit of this and then we'll move on. I don't want to take the time to fight with that seed crazy. That was crazy with the camera, huh? That's my computer. Huh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some hot water in here. Kind of like a double boiler, right? And then I put this in here. And I don't want to melt my honey. I just want to make it that it's kind of pourable. How yummy does that look? Nice and dark. This is actually, guys, this is buckwheat honey. It has a more nutty flavor, but it's not as golden, so it might look a little bit different. So that's just kind of a little tip on honey. Local honey is great because it's made with our local bees, and they pollinate things that are local around here. And that's one of the reasons why it helps with kind of seasonal stuffiness and allergies. We're going to start putting these strawberries in here real quick. So the reason that I pick orange, I either pick orange or I pick lime essential oil, is those are two great complements to mangoes. And for me, almost everything goes with a strawberry. And strawberry just pairs well with lots of other fruits, but you can put blueberries in here. You can put fresh oranges. If you want a more kind of water-based dressing, because I don't like to put oil on my fruits and things like that always. You could make it with orange juice and maybe put some lime juice in there. So really that's just our fresh fruit, right? So that's some mangoes and strawberries. And this, you can see that the honey is getting really, really, not liquefied because it is liquid, but it's just getting more like when you put oil in a pan and it kind of gets real thin. This is the orange essential oil. I'm going to add 2 drops of that in there. And I'm just going to kind of stir it up. So here's the honey now, right? Look at how easy that's pouring. It certainly didn't pour out of that jar like that. So it's thin just enough, just the idea of a double boiler. So I'll give that a taste. Oh yeah, that orange is wonderful. So that was just 2 drops you saw. So that, you guys aren't eating it, so I can put that in there. That is one thing that's the benefits of essential oils. You get all the nutritional benefits. Orange is actually the orange zest. Any of our citrus oils, that's the zest, not so much the flesh, which has remarkable qualities, but that's where a lot of the flavor lives, in the zest. You've always seen how we zest things over to finish things, and that gives it that pop of flavor. So that's what our essential oils, that's what we distill them from. So that's awesome. So what I'm going to do is take this honey and I'm just going to drizzle it. And I will show you over the top of the fruit, right? And the reason that we wanted that to be a little softened was because the fruit is cool, at least as I'm using it now. So we didn't want it to not be able to kind of mix all over everything. So you can see now we have this sweetened up fruit salad. Now the salty part, one of the things we were talking about was protein. I know that we get tremendous benefits from nuts. So what I do is I take nuts that start off whole. Those are my snacks I have all the time. And I really just chop them up into more bite-sized pieces, right? I don't emulsify them. I don't want it to be nut powder. You can get shaved almonds and things like that, but I like the mix of nuts. And what I'll do is I'll just put it in there, right? And you can mix that up. Add more or less to your preference, of course. Now I'm going to do better with the camera. I'm going to bring this back up. And so we have our fruit salad, and that's all it really is, right? Fabulous. Let's give it a try. What I'm going to have, so let's just talk through it so you can imagine it. I'm going to have crunch because of my nuts. I'm going to have sweetness because of the fruit and also the honey. I'm going to have that orange pop. And then the nuts, I do like the salty ones. So I'm going to have that salty. So I'm going to have that sweet and salty. And what that's going to do is that's going to satisfy a whole lot of cravings. It's going to hit my tongue in a whole lot of places. But for sure, when it hits my belly, it is going to fill me up different. And it's going to help my body respond and say, you are satisfying me. Good job. So the reason that I show you this today, oh my God, they're so good. Every time I eat it, I'm eating it like it's the first time. Picture having little things like this around so that when the day is busy, you have a backup, right? You cannot expect to help your body and to move forward with the health of your body living on the fly. Guys, it does come with a little prior planning. just like you plan dinner for your family or whatever. Just kind of keep those things in mind. And if the idea of having fresh nuts and fruit is kind of cool with some honey, what's so hard about that? You can make this ahead of time. You could throw it in the refrigerator, have it for whenever you want. I'm probably going to eat all of this with Hayden. I'll have a little. He will. But have some nuts chopped up just to have to sprinkle on things. I like to, I know it sounds odd, but I'll just sprinkle them on top of my salad. That is a great way for me to kind of put a crouton-ish feeling on my salad. I like the crunch on my salad. So I hope that you enjoyed this little pop-up class. I am actually posting this video. Hi, everybody on the 4-week challenge. I'm posting this in one of our tips for the 4-week challenge, so I hope you enjoy it. And again, I will post the 4-week challenge down below in the comments. We're also running, it's a complimentary 28-day program, and it kind of is something a little bit different than the 28-day meal planning that's focused on an inflammatory lifestyle and kind of adjusting your foods to work along with that. But the 28-day Elevate Yourself is really about starting at my mind, my focus. Am I having fun? Am I moving? And it's 28 days of just simple things you might go through. I don't know, maybe a little self-reflecting process. You might go through trying something. I might suggest a different food. You get a workbook. It's a wonderful guide for you to kind of see your journey. And it's done off social media. So what that offers you, right, is not having to check in all the time and be bothered by that. You could just focus on yourself, print out your guide, and I will check in. I do the beginning of the week and the end of the week, beginning of the week, end of the week, as you go through the 28 days, just to kind of keep us in touch. But it's something that you do privately just to kind of align yourself. And then, of course, we can stay connected. I am on the 3rd going to be doing the 28-day program, my version of it live with you through this, through our group. So you'll be able to see kind of my journey of discovery and balance and different things like that. And it's all just leading up to us making sure that we are belonging to ourselves in 2020. Our bodies are what we want it to be in 2021. Woo! Let's make sure that we say that. But that we're also accomplishing things, right? So there's going to be a whole lot in store for you in 2021 in this group and from me. So take advantage when it's right. No biggie if something's not right, but you're going to have lots to pick from. So I hope you have an awesome afternoon, and I will catch you later. Okay, bye-bye. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop the recording.